Good morning, I'm at Blue Canyon. I'm playing the canyon course today. I've just bumped into a guy who watches me on YouTube. It's the hairy golfer! So, canyon, tournament course, more difficult. I'll take an 81 to be honest. Yeah, he just handed me his business card and said, "Here, if you're playing any more golf here, give me a ring." I said, "I'm playing Lock Palm tomorrow and then I'm going home Saturday morning very early." So he took the business card back. He said, "I've only got one of them." Lovely guy though. Joe, I love Australians. I love playing golf with Australians and socialising with them. There's just something that is so wonderful about having a good laugh on holiday. Over the edge of that bunker. Well, after yesterday's round on the Lakes course, I'm actually optimistic about this round, but I do dispute the fact that I only get 5 shots from this set of tees. And without a warm-up, the first one isn't that clever. I'm slightly blocked out here, so I'm going to try and fade the 9-iron. But out of this monkey grass rough, you cannot fade the ball. Well, out of any rough really. Just on the edge. And then we get into conversation with the caddy. These greens are fast, and they're going to be very difficult today.
There.
Down, so it's fast.
Up and slope down.
Okay. Wow. This would be a good class. Stop! Oh, that needs a clean. Yeah, not bad. Yes. These are very fast.
Today, clean 9.
9.
Yes.
It feels more than 9.
Then I back clean out.
Yeah. So, grass is going sort of like that way, isn't it?
Outside left.
Outside left.
Yep.
And a little bit up.
Yep.
Turn in. Copycat. Thank you.
Ha. Yeah.
Now there you see the difference, don't you? Without a good caddy, on that slope, and that grain, that's the important bit, it's the grain that I can't read, then I'm making bogey. Simple as that. Well, the wind is off the right here, so I'm taking a 5-iron and I'm going to draw it into the left-hand flag. Oh, straight. And that's dead straight. As Jack Nicklaus used to say, never aim in jail, and I aimed in jail. But the bunkers here are superb. There's absolutely no problem in getting out of them. Back in England, I'm used to playing out of bunkers which have no sand in, so this is an absolute pleasure to play out of. Even if I didn't quite put it on the line that the caddy indicated I should. Not enough.
Power.
No power. One thing you've got to be careful of in Thailand is doing the caddy's job. Repairing your pitch mark, marking the ball, pulling the flag out, raking a bunker. But you're normally playing in a 3 or 4 ball, so while my caddy would have been raking the bunker, one of the other caddies would have marked my ball and cleaned it, put it down, even given me the line if my caddy had a lot of raking to do. So when I'm playing on my own, it just seemed easier for the caddy to hand me the rake and do it in such a way that isn't going to make her lose face. That's golf in Thailand.
The third, and my line off the tee is to the left of the tree that's stood there in the middle of the fairway.
Hit a tree.
Well, that gap looks big enough for me. It's just like putting. You've just got to hit it straight.
I hit it left. Ego is a terrible thing in golf. It can make you do stupid things, hit stupid shots, ruin your score, and ultimately can possibly ruin your entire day. Now that shot there through the trees was for fun. That was not driven by ego. That was just, that gap's big enough. Let's have a go at it for a laugh. What is an ego problem is the two ball in front of me, who are playing the much longer blues without actually having enough game to play them. They're seeing all of the golf course, and that means the bits that they don't actually want to see. So if you're not good enough, you've got an option of 4 or 5 tees here. Go forward. I mean, yesterday on Lakes there was a group of seniors behind me. They were playing the reds. They were being very, very sensible. They were playing the length of course that suited their ability, and I have no doubt they really enjoyed their day. I have no doubt that this too will not be enjoying their day. Silly waste of money when you don't enjoy it.
I'm not sure why the greenkeeper is moving back towards the trees. He'd probably be safer in the middle of the fairway. But this is always an issue as a single golfer anywhere in the world, is pace of play. You're always going to suffer. But you don't half suffer when you are behind somebody
a long way.
Who's very slow.
Such a long way.
Because they can't find a fairway. They're in the trees, both of them, on every single shot. After this hole they called me through, and I just dashed onto the tee, teed it up and hit it with very, very little thought.
Oh, right. Ah! Shit. It's going from slow to fast.
It's funny how being called through costs you a shot. At least I'm in the open and I have got a recovery shot. You want to be called through, but then when you do get called through, you make a hash of it. Such is golf.
Good enough. Maybe get a par. Wow.
Too far. Too much.
The par 5 and the tree in the middle of the fairway, so we go down the left side of this. You don't want to go down the right into the monkey grass rough. It's just far too difficult.
Yeah, it's okay.
And then for the second shot, I've just got a 6-iron. I'm hitting it out to the fairway there, and the rough just slams the face shut. And we're in the sand again.
Not bad.
I'm not very good out of fairway bunkers, but that was pretty decent by my standards. This isn't. Uphill and into the grain. When you've had so many fast putts, to have a very slow one makes life difficult, but we have a drink stop. We're well in front of the 2-ball.
Okay.
We can have a rest.
Needs to be a good one.
Except for we didn't. There was a 3-ball in here. in the drink stop drinking beer and basically just gone straight through without stopping. And that's a hand slip. Not the gloved hand, the ungloved hand. This is left to right. I've got to play this left. That's too far left. This leaves me downhill, down grain, which it's the wrong place to be. You cannot play golf from the wrong side of the hole. All you can do is tickle the putt and hope it's going to stop somewhere near the hole.
No, never bogey.
Par 4 8th. I want to get out to the right. That is where the space is.
Zip, zip, zip.
But no fade. Clip the tree. And we're in yet another bunker. This round is just
Not good, but
falling apart. It's how you deal with it that matters. We all have days like this.
We're right under it.
You just got to take yourself by the scruff of the neck and knuckle down and play some better golf.
Another bogey. Well, the continual change of pace of play from sat in the cart for 6 or 7 minutes to then bang, rush, bang, rush. Then I just got called through after the drink stop. I got there. I said, look, let's 5-6 minutes. Let's cool down, slow down. There was a 3-ball who invited me through. Then we had the hand slip. It doesn't look like it today. It's not that hot. That's why I can walk, and I haven't even got my umbrella. But the humidity is through the roof. All right, I think I'm 6 over. Funny how you remember the score when it's a bad score. I got 10 holes. Let's play some decent golf.
The second par 5, 2 fairway bunkers to get over, which isn't a problem for me from this forward tee. See, I could have used that shot on the previous hole. That would have been perfect. Caddy suggests laying up short of the water. I suggested hitting a 3 hybrid straight at the green. Just got it a bit bottom groove out the rough.
Okay.
And we find the bunker. It was almost up there. You can see where it's trickled down. Easy to get out, although I've overhit it. And it's yet another downhill, down grain. I'll be glad when this 9 is over.
This can happen sometimes as a single golfer. You kind of like get pushed from pillar to post. So it's been slow, sit in the cart for 7 minutes, 8 minutes, then rush, then slow, then rush, then slow. I'm going to play the back 9 at my speed. I've got a drink here I bought on the 7th tee. I haven't opened yet. I didn't manage to get ice because we were kind of like rushed. So it's time for me to play my golf. See if we can manage the back in 40. What do you reckon?
The 10th, a short dogleg left with 4 or 5 bunkers in the corner of the dogleg. You don't want to go there because I've been there and it is miserable. So down the right. Perhaps the first time this round I've actually hit the ball where I wanted to. And it's nice to take a proper divot with an iron. You know, it shows that I'm actually got a downward angle and meeting the ball first rather than the thin ones and the fat ones. And a good lag, thanks to my caddy.
It's okay.
My caddy today is called Nooch, and she is very good. Fortunately, I am very bad. The next par 5, very, very narrow as you can see, and a drainage ditch down there. And thanks to the rocks, I managed to bounce across to the other side. So this is just a little 6-iron punch back into the fairway. A sensible shot. There's a big enough gap. I don't have to worry about hitting either of these trees. If I'm going to make 40 on the back 9, I need to be a bit more sensible. And I leave myself a 6 iron in.
Alright.
And yeah, guess where I am?
Bunker again. Yep. Oh, let's go. Sweat a little bit. I have a new nickname. My caddy called me Mr. Bunker. Can't blame her, can you? I've shifted about 3 ton of sand today. Right, the next hole, you can't see where you're going from the tee, and you've got to play a lot further left than you think. And quite frankly, a lot further left than some caddies think too, if I'm remembering back 2.5 years ago.
Well, there's the target. It's over the tree in the left rough. It is not down the fairway in the middle of the screen. If you go down the fairway, you run off to the right. You can even go very, very close to the water. So you've got to miss the fairway to get it in the fairway. And I did a bit of anti-right with this swing and pulled it, so it's gone long. Now this is an odd green. This should be downhill, down grain. But look at the way the ball turns up the slope away from the hole, so perhaps the grain was running the other way. But we have a drink stop, which will be very welcome, because I was gagging at this point. Now before the caddy told me to hit it down the fairway, I decided to go straight over the canyon. For this I had to hit the ball hard. And it was here that I realised that I'd been playing too timid with my swing, not committing to the shots. I'd allowed this narrow golf course to intimidate me. And that's why the score was poor. It does happen. You know, we have a course local to us called Ross on Wye that is cut out of a silver birch forest, and it's even more intimidating than this, although it doesn't have the water that this course has.
I hit my tee shot there while the caddy was having a twinkle in the toilet. I did ask her after I'd played. She came up on the tee. I said, which side would you have told me to play of that tree? And she said, I would have told you to play the left side. This is the green that Tiger Woods famously drove onto from the very back tee. And then because he was at the back of the green here, and there's only one thing to stop the ball as you're coming down, and that's the hole, he managed to 3-jab it. So even the great man struggles with downhill, down grain.
One of the best par 3s of the tour, this. I don't know why, but I seem to love these island greens that you find in Thailand, especially when it's only a 9-iron downhill. It's not particularly difficult. It looks great.
Get in! Oh, Simon! Not today. Yesterday, everything go in. Today, nothing. Well, that's golf for you in a nutshell. Been holing putts, and today I can't buy a putt. Ah, well. There's always tomorrow, isn't there, guys? That's what we always say. Come back tomorrow.
The next par 5, the fairway is out to the right of the bunker. Caddy told me to take the shortcut. And I've tried to take the shortcut in all 3 rounds I've played here. Played it twice 2.5 years ago. I don't think it's the right choice. I should have had the gumption to actually say to the caddy, no, I'm going down the fairway. So 3-wood and give it the berries. Got to try and make pars. Guess where we finished up? Yeah, in the bunker. This is a chunk and run. It's downhill and then there's a little ridge to get over. Perfect chunk and run.
Get over, get over.
Got it over the ridge. You couldn't play a better bunker shot than that.
I don't believe this. Not one putt. So sorry.
I sorry you.
You can only laugh. I mean, I don't think I've got a single putt on line today. And you don't blame the caddy, because I know that it's going to be something in my setup. Perhaps my eyes aren't over the ball correctly. Perhaps I'm holding the putter blade correctly square. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. What matters is I know that it's my fault. And you as a golfer will know that it's your fault.
Number 16 and a very sensible 3-wood.
Oh, right.
Slightly blocked to the right and into the trees. But someone's smiling on me because I got a great lie between the trees and a straightforward shot at the green. And then the biggest flyer you've ever seen. I've just hit that 8-iron, 157 yards, and finished on the downslope of, you guessed it, the bunker again. That was me trying to hit it out high, because it's downhill, down grain, of course. And then this is me playing it out. And, well, you can guess what the score is. I decided to tip the caddy extra today, simply because the amount of work I was giving her in the bunkers. And we double. So I need 2 pars to get that 40 that I promised myself on the 10th tee. A par 3 where you can't see the green, you can't see the top of the flag. It looks very pretty when you're on the tee box, but you can't really see anything. Not my favourite hole. Not at all.
Yes!
Good.
We got it in the hole!
Well, at least the final hole is easy. On driving distance, this is very wide. You don't have to worry about the water unless you've got a monster slice in your bag,
Yeah, perfect.
which I've had once or twice today. It's a very good green, this, until you get a flyer and go long, and then you're faced with the final downhill, down grain putt. Just look at how little I hit this. That was the tiniest of touches, and nothing's going to stop it. But I've had a great day with my caddy. It's a beautiful golf course. It just happened to beat this poor old man.
Yes! Well done. Thank you very much.